Hi, so today I'm going to make a second video about rotating rhythm generator, which is a MIDI effect with Ableton. The reason I'm doing a second one is because the first one I did was really more focused around drum racks and the whole sort of, samples and that sort of thing, and using this for that, which it's fantastically great. It's really good for that. But the other thing that I've been playing around with lately, and I think it's really good for, is for use with synths. And I've got a DIVA synth here that we're going to test it out on, and let's just go. And instead of me talking so much, I've got a link to the first video I did, which is more of a training video, and that shows you how to use this thing. If you want some training right now, it's going to be a 10-second training. Basically, it's 4 different sections here, and you can switch on or off each section, and each section has different notes, and it has velocity and length. And it has this thing called Euclid, which we'll play around with. Has a division, which is very similar to arpeggiator, timing, and offset and swing. So you have all these combinations, and with rotate, you can change the starting position. So you can see here, starting position is the second bit, and the first. So it goes 1, 2, 3. If you start at number 3, it starts here. If you start at number 4, it starts there. So that was longer than 10 seconds. So let's just get started anyway. So let's just press the play button. You'll notice here no MIDI is needed. All the MIDI is generated out of this generator. So let's just press space. So all of this is being generated from the generator because this is the 1/16th beat pattern. There's 1 out of 16 notes in a bar. So what we're going to do straight away is we're going to change some of these things. We'll just change the offset. Okay, and we can now change the division. And finally, the best thing to do is to change the note. Now with this Euclid, we can reduce the amount of steps and the amount of fills within the steps that are used by that division. So it's like a 64, the default is a 64 step sequencer basically. So we can turn it into a 15 step sequencer with only, say, 7 fills or 6 fills. And let's change the note here as well. We'll change this one to a different note. And now let's use the offset. Now the other thing you can do, which is really fun, is you can go in and do some MIDI mapping. So I'm going to do some MIDI mapping on this final section here. So I'm going to map this note to a knob. I'm going to map the division and offsets to knobs. So let's just do that now. Click MIDI there. So just do that like that. Just twisted the knob. The second knob is twisted, and the third knob. So let's just switch that baby off and have a little bit of a play. By the way, we can reduce the velocity of some of these as well, and it can actually increase the length or decrease the length. Anyway, let's go and play with this. Just change the synth now. We'll just change it to a more lead type of sound. So we'll just go there, just to change the flavor a bit here. try a different sound. Let's try a different sound here. Let's increase some of these lengths. Let's try a different synth. I'm now playing with some of my favorite synths. We'll just try this one here. So you can see how much fun this can be with the experimentation aspect. Let's bring some of these notes down in value. Starting to sound like Knight Rider. Let's try a different rotate. So remember I did some MIDI mapping before? And some division mapping. Let's just play around a little bit more with the synth. So it's starting to sound a bit like Depeche Mode there. So absolutely huge amounts of creative potential using rotating rhythm generator. And I'm sorry if this video did take so long, but it's just an expression of how much fun it is to play with this thing and to play with it with synths as well. So just that expression that it gives you, that freedom that it gives you. I'm holding my microphone with my left hand and I'm just literally using my right hand and swapping stuff around, and it's so easy to come up with something amazing.